So good evening, everyone. Good evening, good evening. Make we gather here. Make we gather here. Today you can join me. I'm trying something out on Facebook and on YouTube. Somehow today I've been listening to music. Somehow I've been listening to Igbo music. I know this is, there's going to be copyright, but don't worry. I'm just relaxing. You see my shirt? Yes, Daddy. Navavulence. So let's gather. This is a Friday hangout. Late Friday hangout for those of you who understand what we do here. So, watching from Trinidad and Tobago, thank you very much. Paul, the Panda. Paul, thank you very much for joining us. So let's share and bring others in. I think today you can actually join me. I'm just trying to see how can I type chat here. If I can type, no. Today is Saturday, not Friday. Today is Saturday hangout. Yesterday, I had an engagement with the Ninas, So when I finished, it was too, now human being I be now, so I couldn't do my Friday hangout yesterday, so we moved it. So, if you don't have anything to drink, go and get something to drink. Let me go and get my pami. It's Saturday hangout. Share. Have you heard Bola Tinubu? He wants to go and fight in Niger. Don't worry, let me go and get my drink. I'll be back. Yes, so I'm back. So let's share. Friday hangout. Let's enjoy the palm wine. So if you want to join me, you can actually join me using the link. You can request to join me. You can actually request to join me. Then I don't know what's happening. Yes, so forget that they tell us that the Southeast is no longer safe. We made it unsafe ourselves, but we are going to fix it ourselves. Watch out, very soon. Very soon, we will fix the Southeast and we will get rid of all the miscreants causing trouble in the Southeast. All the miscreants causing trouble. For some reason here, I appear not to be capable of sharing the link for many of you to join me, because this is Facebook, YouTube's own stuff they've put for creators. Chat viewing options. How do I reply messages here? Why did it do me like this? Now, wow. Okay, Papu Binoedot will make you a moderator. Will make you a moderator. Now, help me. Let me send you the link to join via WhatsApp. So help me. Papu Binoedot, you've been made admin here. So I sent you the link. For some reason, I can't, I appear in capital. I am Balablu. Maybe because the thing I'm taking is working. I don't know. But maybe Balablu. Equal, equal. I just found this music today. This is, they say, it's, the boutique highlights. Huh? I know. So, enough. Let's start. Okay. Wait till happen. So let's go back and put ourselves in there. Let's go back there. And we can put ourselves in there. Then we appear on the TV. We can now go ahead and continue what we are doing. So, good evening, everyone. Good evening. Welcome to Njenje Media TV. My name is Maazi Ezeoke. And as you can see, this is my Saturday Hangout. The Saturday Hangout, you can listen to me. I just want to speak to us. This evening, let's be frank with one another. Let's speak on a wide array of issues. If you know that thing that bothers you within your region, if by any chance you are watching me this evening and you are opportune, like me, to have electricity, and you're watching, let me know what is bothering you, be it within the Nigerian state, be it within your state, be it something personal, a family matter, be it something your governor, your sister, your wife, your husband, anybody today. It is a late night show, some minutes to 11. The children have gone to bed. So if you wish, you want to speak, you can come on. Papobina, have you actually shared the link? Okay, yes, I've seen you've shared. So anyone who would want to come in, you can see the link from Papobina on your dot. You just click on it. That will bring you in the studio. I'm trying to test something here from YouTube. where they are now allowing people to go live and invite others to go live. But this is, I think, only available to certain creators or some creators like myself. So, on that note, if you're joining me this evening and this is your first time of being here, I say thank you. Thank you for stopping by. We are here because of you, and we are because you are. Without you, we are absolutely nothing. I know many of you across the Atlantic who at this point may be working, especially those of you in the diaspora. If you don't mind, let me know where you are joining me from. I know some of you are joining me from England. I know the first person here was Paul. Paul is joining us from Trinidad and Tobago. Okay, and we have, let's know where you're joining us from before you join us, basically. Before you join and click on the link, and you can come in and let's have a conversation. But before I go on, do you know that the Nigerian Senate has actually brought sense into the president of APC, that is Bola Ahmed Tinubu? They, for some reason, brought sense to him by telling him that he cannot go to war the way he had wished. He wanted to invade Niger, and the pretext that is Indianapolis. Thank you very much. Oh wow, you're joining me from Indianapolis. That's Johnson, Babata. Maazi, you're watching from London, United Kingdom. Wow, thank you very much, all of you. Babati, you're watching from Mexico. Ooh, you know what I'm going to do? Let's see. Let's do it this way. The more, the merrier. Try me with your language. I will say Mallorca. Ah, Mallorca, Espanol, Espanol. Indiana. I mean, Indiana and American. I wait now. I go speak like American. Okay. What's happening to my Germans? My German friends? Well, Nade. Habt ihr alle schon geschlafen? Watching from Italy. Buongiorno, buongiorno. That's my Italians. Darlington watching from New Zealand. Wow. New Zealand, that would be very early of your morning now, I believe. No, that's not. I don't know. When rapture happens, if at all it will, when rapture happens, I believe those in New Zealand, Australia, far Southeast Asia, they will first of all go, they heaven, don't they clean the place for us to come and join them. Buonasera, buonasera. Watching from Nigeria, Chidimma, Nubia Chidimma. Chidimma, kedu ka ime? Ịma na ife nchi ime bụ onye ọbụla gwalụ m ebe o si enene nkene ya. Hold on. Aku Etugbo Media is watching from Morocco. Morocco, that's Arabic. It's 10 a.m. in New Zealand. You see, that's what I said. If rapture happened now, they will probably have gone to heaven and be preparing the bed and Zaza room for us before all of us will come and join, because they will be up there. So, like what I was saying, it's good to know that we are a community here. We have this community. Oman, blessed Oman, is watching from Italy. We have this community here that, especially when I do the late night shows, like now, we have people, Elizabeth Ibezim watching from Lagos. Wow. Elizabeth, I hope your place in Lagos is not those places that flooded. I saw some videos that is not palatable. Henry Obiajulu from Nigeria. Now, those of you watching from Nigeria, please do me a favor. Can you tell us the state? Kayode, is watching from Netherlands. Kayode, Asterbrift. Asterbrift. You know, I like Netherlands. One of the things I like, oh, man, good old days, good old days. Kayode, which part of Netherlands are you watching from? I remember when men were boys. In one day, we will crisscross three countries. Not three countries. I went to school in Maastricht. I lived in Belgium, in Cannes, Limburg, and in the evening we'll go to party in Aachen, Germany. Three countries in one day. Crazy, yeah? Three countries in one day. In the morning, you wake up, you use bicycle, cycle, go to Maastricht, finish lecture, come back, pimp, go back, you know. You don't groove, man. I don't groove, I beg. Maastricht, yeah. I went to, what's it called? European Union Maastricht, yeah. Which year? Which year did I left Maastricht 2006, I believe, yeah. I left Maastricht 2006. 2006 December, I believe. I left Maastricht 2006. But ever since then, I always come to Maastricht. You know, if not that flight tickets, I've gone with dollar being a madman now. One is hoping to have done European tour, you know, maybe use a car to drive around Europe. But nothing says in the next couple of weeks I'm not still going to do it, depending on how things stop pan out here in Nigeria. Watching from Middlesex, wow. Olubenge, Ola. Ola, you're watching from Middlesex. In it. Ola, in it. Well, I'm watching from Lagos. Obia Julie, you're watching from Lagos. Guys, I love it. You see, and this is what this platform or what makes us unique here. We are a family. We have people across Nigeria. We have people from north, south, east, west. You know, and when it comes to diaspora, you can see how diverse Nigerians are. Nigerians, Leonard Emeka Senjenje, you are looking good. I'm looking good with a small dose of violence. Say this, yes, daddy. I don't want to cause too much trouble here, but if I pull this thing up, you see, yes, daddy. Can you read this? I don't want to read it. Okay, you want to read that one? I don't want to cause too much trouble. So, where was I stopped? Bola Tinubu, we believed was um, my dot brother. Sorry, UK, Dublin. Wow. The people are saying now all of you where they Europe this evening. Okay, as I know say all of una where they Europe now, na they now. Make we see now, make una begin support us. Make we see who will give us super chat and super sticker, right? And as they share the link there, if you want to join, join. Today, what we're going to do is that we'll talk about the planned war in Niger and what you think made um, the APC president to be in a haste, wanting to go to war, watching from Malakoke, Peru. Wow, Jesus Christ. No, Palau, man. Sure banker, I never hear this kind of one before. I beg, where be Melekoke, Palau? Man, Nigeria, now they go places. Oh. Okay, Peru. Ah, man, you see, because the moment you talk that one, Palau, I say, man, I never see this kind of country before. But even at that, Peru, una they go places, una they Peru, una they Argentina, una no country self where we know them. Anywhere you enter, you know, see Nigerian man, I beg, begin run. See, Shore Bank now, they Peru there, they arrange. If you go there now, I think be only is Palau. I beg, tell me, pardon my ignorance, where is Palau? Which continent Palau they are? No, sir, I no do geography for school. When did they teach geography? My teacher died. Hmm? Thank you, Leonard. When did they teach geography? My teacher died. So when you watch Tinubu, now let's be serious. That is where man, Kayode, Kayode, you won't make I dance for you. Kayode, thank you very much. Keep the good work. Thank you very much for the super chat. Kayode, thank you. I appreciate that. You know, Kayode, I have a friend, Kayode Ogudamisi. He was a supporting Buhari before, but the way Buhari failed, he never give the man mouth to ever talk again. That's by the way. So what I'm trying to say is, Palau is oceanic. Watching from Atlanta, USA, close to Guam. Nah, man. I beg, how many hours? How many hours to Nigeria? I beg. Make we do small geography. How many hours to Nigeria? Because all these things, to be honest with you, I have traveled a lot. I mean, I've I don't know how many countries is it. Am I in the 48 or 49 country now? Is it? I think I'm in my 49. Is it 49th country or so? But I never I never reached that side. I beg. I don't go Australia, but I don't go Far East Asia, Bangkok, Singapore. Yeah, I mean my 49 countries. So I hope to do more, honestly. But since Baba and COVID actually by now it should be maybe around 60, but COVID was one of the things that really slowed a lot of things down. 29 freaking hours. Jesus Christ of Nazareth. Hold on, let me wrap my head around it. When I fly from England to Singapore, 13 hours, 14, I mean, I come out, I'm like, even I'm flying on business class, I come out, I'm like, you know, that's crazy. Flying to Australia, that hours, crazy. But 29 hours non-stop on a plane. I haven't done it. No, seriously, I haven't. I think the highest I've done is come out of Singapore, get into UK, fly with them, Qatar, um, to Doha, fly Doha, Lagos. I think that's the highest I've done. But even at that, I think that was less than about 30 hours, but in kind of multiple days because I broke the journey. But oh, bless you. Who is this? Somebody gave super chat. Okay, no, that's the old one. For you to do 29 hours, man, I come out my cab. I come out my cab, man. I come out my cab. Kyle, they say I don't work. I don't know, say, Kyle, you don't know the meaning of my chieftaincy title name. Now, now. That means the traveler. The traveler who is wiser than the elder or elderly. That's what he says. The traveler is wiser than the elderly. But there is a caveat to it. When onye njenje fu ụzọ, ndị isi awọ amacha ọkụ ya. But when the wise man misses his way, the elderly must also go and look for him and find him. So, okay, you connect 4 stops. Guys, stop. Banter, stop, I beg. You connect 4 stops and you have 43 hours with 2 stops. You spend average of, I beg. That means you people in this country, Guam, he said it's Guam and Palau. That means you guys know they come, you don't visit Nigeria then. That's what it means. You don't visit Nigeria, right? You don't visit Nigeria. Anyway, so like this stream, please. This is a late night stream, a late night where we talk. we use bedroom voice. We talk as if we are in the Azar room. In the Azar room. You lower your voice and we talk. So let's talk. Let's talk. Unless you want to go to bed, or sorry, if your battery is dying, or if your NEPA has taken your light, maybe NEPA in Peru or Ghana is taking your light, I will say sorry then. But if not, let's talk. What do you think? What do you think? That, let me explain this to us. Mr. Bezon, or Bozon, whatever he's called, that is the president of Niger that is ousted. In Africa, let's be very clear. Democracy is probably not the best form of governance. Or for some people, democracy could be the best form of governance. But democracy, in the form that it is today, it's not indigenous to us. We had our own form of republican democracy, right? Militocracy is also not indigenous to us. So that let's not kill ourselves. When we have two conflicting or two opposing form of government that we have to kill ourselves, form of government that we borrowed from somewhere, right? None of them is it's ours. However, for so many years, Africans, we have failed to build our own indigenous form of government. Be it because as a result of, you know, us not wanting to experiment something. If you look at Ethiopia, when every other country in Africa was colonized, they weren't colonized, yet they had a form of government. To a point that they matured, to the point that they now went into the parliamentary system of government, and to the point that they became one of the countries in the continent of Africa that has referendum, and that if you say you want to secede, no, they had secession after referendum in their constitution. Yet till today, nobody has actually made use of that referendum or that secession clause in there to say, I no longer want to be part of Nigeria. I want, Ethiopia. I want to, leave. No one has done that. But if we now come back here, come to Niger and Nigeria, you begin to question yourself. The decisions taken by our so-called leaders within the ECOWAS sub-region to invade another sovereign nation, you ask yourself, I've said this proverb to us here many times, like my late father always said, for you to separate fight, start with finger pointing. Because na so fight they take, it's by finger pointing that the anger begins to boil. What are those things within the African continent? Thank you for joining us from Ghana. That is Nzodiwe Ejike John. Thank you for joining us from Ghana. So what are those things that will make a man to begin to fight? Because it's only when you start, hey, I'll do you this, I'll do it. The other one say, okay, I'll remove your hand from my face, bang, 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 bang. Then fight start. Now, what are those things that leads to coup in Africa? It is when the political class does certain things that eventually, the people are complaining, nobody is paying heed to them, to a point that a bunch of people will come together and say, okay, well, if these guys are not listening, so let's do it by force. Not that one is supporting coup d'etat. Very, very clear. We must make that distinction. But if you look at the election that happened in Niger in 2021, the first round, there was no winner. The guy, it was the second round. There was a lot of irregularities, and eventually the current president emerged. Pay attention here. There were irregularities. Number one. Two, the people protested when the man won. Three, he didn't have the majority. There was no landslide. So you could see that anger have been building in that country over time, right? Anger have been building over time in Niger to the point that when the coup happened, it wasn't like what happened in Turkey when there was a coup d'etat in Turkey. When Erdogan was in a toilet somewhere, he used his iPhone to address the nation, and people of Turkey went to the street and stopped that coup d'etat. But in this case, a coup happened, the people, the citizens went on the street. That must tell leadership, especially the ECOWAS sub-region, it must tell them something, that the people are angry, right? If the people are angry, if you take away the anger, if you take away that, what makes the people angry, because governance, actually, no government will come and government all over the world, government will not come and basically do anything for you, right? Governance is about hope. Sell hope. An example is, I was in America in 2008 when Obama was, the election was going on. Obama has come and gone. Was anything fantastically changed? No. But what did Obama do in that 8 years he was there? He sold hope to the people. In Nigeria today, who amongst all the candidates that are in this last election sells hope? Because it's only when you have hope that you can now begin to think, yes, I believe in this. Leonard Emeka, thank you very much for the super chat. Yes, I believe in this. Because of hope, that's why you will begin to go, and think outside the box. When they said that America went to the moon, that eventually they found out it was a lie, it was it was a hoax. But the then president was able to sell hope to the American people, giving them that fake videos that the NASA went to the moon and all the rest. That inspiration made a generation of Americans to become scientists, to read. People who ordinarily will be on colos, like the case it is in Nigeria now. When people totally lose hope, you find out that a child that can sing, a child that can rap, but because that child has been abused over time and at time, he has dreadlocks, he's called, he has beard, he plaits his beard, because at certain age, young children want to explore. Okay, I have someone trying to join me. So make sure you have your background cleared, please, and you're in elite environment. That's Nzodi Igwe Ejike, please. You can join me. So, okay. Make sure, please, you are in elite environment, please. We can't see you. We can't see you, please. Okay, you've left? I believe so. Okay. So what I'm saying is, if all these factors are not there, how come you would then want to say that you want to give hope? You see now, even some people within the ruling party today are calling themselves, "Oh, we are disappointed that after 60 days, this is not what we expected. This is renewed shaggy." You saw one of the things we published. The one that said that he was a spiritual director, that XYZ happened. Okay, I have a guest here. So, people are saying, "Nepa, not there where you there." Can you speak up? Where are you there? Hello?
On this light from
Can you turn your light on, please?
Later, coming.
Okay, you can come in later then. Is it?
No problem.
Okay. Thank you very much. So, like what I was saying, if you then understand that there is no hope, you see people will begin to, some youths will begin to take drugs. Some will begin to, engage in criminal activities. Some will even begin to engage in utopic ideas of telling you, oh, we want to form a new nation. Because you've not been able to convey hope in your means of governance. So if you just oppose that to Niger Republic, it is a clear evidence that there was, France was basically raping the country without any form of protection. France, they will take, according to what the Wagner group was saying, they will take uranium, go and sell them for $218, I believe, per kilo or whatever, and pay Niger $11. $218. So who is taking, I mean, honestly, it's criminal. Who is taking the margin over $200? Yet, you want a people to be happy. You now ask them, like what France is doing to them, to the Francophonies, you ask them that they must have their currency reserve in your country. Everything they do, they has to go through you. Don't you think that there comes a time that the generations will come and say, no, even if our forefathers agreed with this madness, we are no longer going to agree on it. And now, what the first option that Nigeria, under Tinubu as the president of ECOWAS, the best they can do is to go and agree with ECOWAS that you want to use military invasion. You know the craze. Sorry, pardon my French, but it's madness. Pure madness. Where has diplomacy gone to? Have you actually, it's not a sign of weakness at this platform when we always advocate for first diplomacy. I know when everybody was saying, oh, let's break Nigeria, do this, do that, ja. I say, hold on, guys. Can we talk to one another? And that's what we still keep doing. Anyone who you are so angry, we want to bring you on. Let's discuss, let's talk. Because you know what? We must learn early enough. You must learn early enough that no matter how angry you are, no matter how the chicken goes up and down, now only one egg you go lay. No matter how he shouts, only one egg he must lay in one day. So no matter how angry you are, no matter whatever you think, you fight war, you shoot gun, you must still go and do what? On a round table or a square table. The nomenclature of the table is irrelevant. So why would you start from a wrong footing of Francis Tutu says they can't stand Nigerian soldier? No, that's that's very wrong. Nigerian soldiers, Nigerian soldiers is no match to the Nigerian soldiers. If let's be real. You can't. That's an insult, actually, comparing the two. Nigeria has a grand force about, is it 400,000? And Niger is about 12,000 or thereabout. I mean, come on, you don't compare that, right? You don't. Let's stick to facts here. I understand that, and some of these videos, many of you share on the WhatsApp group. There's a lot of video flying around left and right and center. Some of them are actually Malian soldiers Some are Burkina Faso. There is one cutting themselves like this, cutting themselves like this. Those things they do. Some of them are Malian, some of them are Senegalese. So it's not pay attention to their badges. You understand? So it's not necessarily that these things are Niger. But the bottom line, what I'm trying to say here is the approach Nigeria has taken is very wrong. One, Nigeria is our country, but we must also agree when we make mistake. It is a mistake for us, Nigeria, to threaten Niger and go and turn off electricity. The first thing we did. This is like, you know what this is? This is like when a woman is married to a man and knows the weakness of that man, knows the tablets the man takes. Then they argue. The woman will go and take away that tablet that man takes in order for the man to die. That's not good. It is in bad faith. We must say it. What Nigerian did is not right. To go and turn off the electricity supply. The moment you turn off electricity supply, those military can use military truck to power the presidential palace or whatever, to power their barracks. But the people you've turned off those electricity are, again, the people of Niger. You are punishing the citizens of Niger. One thing we don't know, I'll probably by tomorrow I'll publish a video. I've shot that video about 2 years ago, but I didn't publish it. Many of us don't know when you see those people, those shoe shiners. When you see those uh, what's it called? Those pedicure, street pedicure, whatever. When you see them, when you see the barrel pushers, you see the Okada riders, you see the keke riders. Majority of them are not Nigerians. Majority of them are Nigerians. They have embedded themselves in our system. They are like what Ghanaians were to us in the 1980s. Many of you who are old enough to remember in the 80s how Ghanaians lived with us peacefully. Hmm? I know in many nightclubs then as kids, we'll be going back with the, you'll be hearing the Ghanaian music at Antasiaba Etusen. Oga landlord travel and say, landlord travel and say, then in Onitsha, Mogambo Park Okpoko, or Aba, Obohil Aba, those are places where the Ghanaians were. So now we have a different type of neighbors in our places, and we want to just go and hurt the citizens without first exhausting the diplomatic means. What could be the diplomatic means? Diplomatic means is to say, okay, how do you negotiate for the president to be released without firing a shot? Is it possible? Yes, it is more than possible. It can be done. The president can be released. Will the president be reinstated? I doubt so much. I know that the reason why Tinubu has everybody knows that the reason why Tinubu has so much interest in this is that so that he does not um, give room for Nigerian soldiers to have weird ideas to do as have other neighbors have done. That's all. That's all. Nothing more, nothing less. No plus, no minus. That's all. He does not want Nigerian soldiers to come to ideas of so we can do this. No, he doesn't want. Right? That's that simple. Honestly, that's that simple. But we can. But again, there is another thing here. The all the states that borders Niger Republic are in northern Nigeria. The majority of the House and the House of Assembly and the Senate are northern Nigeria. There was something I read yesterday. I don't know how authentic that is. If you go back and look at the history, or rather the population of Niger, I think about 48.8 is Hausa. And I think that Fulani in Niger is about 6.6 or 6.8. That is the population. So if you just oppose Hausa and Fulanis together, you will be having about roughly 55, 56%. That is over half of the whole Niger. And it would have been a catastrophic decision for Tinubu to have gone ahead against all odds. He would have lost the support of where he got his most vote. Right? Because that is one thing, that is one truth I will tell us tonight. If Tinubu goes ahead, because if you look at the conversation in the Senate yesterday and today, if you look at the conversation, you know that the way the Northerners has taken this, it's like going into war in Niger is like going, taking one northern state again and destroying it. And we cannot. And there is no need. There is no need. Like I said, he who wants to separate fight must start from finger pointing. If we could have avoided this coup d'etat if the right things were done the time in 2021 when election was conducted. If election was conducted and there was a clear winner with a clear margin without any form of manipulation, they will not be in the position they are today. Having said this, take exactly the words that I used now, just opposite in Nigeria of today. I am not insinuating anything, but what I'm only saying that we must be careful. The right and the proper things ought to be done. It's that simple. The right and the proper things must be done. He who wants to separate fight must start from separating finger pointing. You don't want to, when they have finished pointing fingers and they are already fighting themselves with bare knuckle, you now begin to you begin to come and separate fight. What happened? Waski Henry. Waski, are you Domingo Waski Onyuwa Ho 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 of 1990s in Onitsha? Oh, Waski. Waski says, Maazi, thank you for the brief history of 1980. Man, 80s the time where would they eat sugar in the name of ice cream, sugar, saccharin, put water, put color. I don't know even color. Where did they? I don't know the kind of color. tie 'em with what's it called? Tie 'em with polythene bag. Put them inside fridge. That time light he block. We go just knock them back for wall. You know those walls, they are not plastered. You have greens all over. When you knock them back, you do your hand like this, they go give you like this. And where you don't they take play cashew all the time. You never even wash hand, you go just and we didn't die you. Hey, oh my friend don't enter. Atwale for you. Atwale for you. Onyenimo. These are men. Udumeje will call you men's. Here the men's. Thank you for the supers. Thank you for the super chat. Maazi, he took the road to the Senate as soon as he realized that the first threat was a Waterloo. Well, it's not that. Actually, do you know that they were meeting today? Actually, after they failed, they were meeting today. But I think it's very clear. It's very clear that thing is not going to fly, people. It's not going to fly. Listen, Nigerians started calling him Ebola Tinubu. And Nigerians are saying, why didn't they discover this name since? But it is the Nigerians that now discovered that he is Ebola Tinubu. You saw the videos where they were protesting, right? So you can imagine if Tinubu wants to go to war, I can guarantee you have Nigerians protest. You have Nigerians protest, and you have about 4 or 5 countries in the ECOWAS sub-region protest. It has never happened before. It has never happened before. What are we even talking about? Were ECOWAS asleep when the coup happened in Guinea-Bissau? Were ECOWAS asleep when Mali happened? Where were they when Senegal happened? Where were they? All the belts on top of Nigerian head? Because if you look at it, all of them are on Nigerian head. They all had their own coup at one point or the other. Where were they? Suddenly, because the chicken is getting home, the smell, the smell of the and the aura of the chicken is hitting home. Everybody's now making trouble. Oh, they want to. It's this, it's the other one. But I think it was wrong. Like I said before, without repeating myself, I think it is totally wrong to have closed or stopped supply of electricity to Niger Republic. And why I think it is wrong. Recall that when the dam, Kainji Dam, was being built, there was an agreement with Nigeria that Niger should not build dam in their end in order to have enough flow of water to power Kainji Dam. In return, Nigeria must give them certain, I think about 220 megawatt of electricity or so, which Nigeria is supplying below what was agreed then. Now, you see, when when somebody is mad, nobody has the monopoly of madness. If you bring them to the idea and to the point that you want to go and turn off their electricity, Nigerians, you may bring them to the idea that they will go and now build a dam. And the moment they build their own dam at the upper shore, your own Kainji Dam becomes useless because there is not going to be enough water to propel it. As they say in my place, say somebody they laugh, fall for ground. Na just na part of the laugh. No be say laugh, they fall somebody. That they are obeying that agreement we had with them over the years, even when we are not generating enough to even supply their needs as agreed. Not be say they don't know what to do, but now because they respect us as the big brother, and they respect us as neighbor, they respect us as people that have, DNA connection, at least with the northern part of Nigeria with Niger. They are brothers. That's why when you see the borders, you won't even know. You won't know. You see someone here doing a goosey, the other one is here eating goro. It's the same. Who you will come, you won't even know where the border is. So it's not like it's that clear cut. It's the same people, right? So let's honestly, Nigeria under this leadership must, before the right thing is being done, must actually be very careful the things they engage in. And now there are reasons people are posturing online that could be the reason why. At least it's no longer secret that the Nigerians, one of the reasons why probably this coup happened also, is one that they're fed up with France. France has 1/3 of its electricity they generate in France through nuclear power. Nuclear power, they need uranium. Uranium comes from Niger. Now, uranium and gold, the coupists said, no, we are not going to give France anymore. Last month, there was this riot. No, last 2 months. I think that was June. In June, there was this riot in France, end of June, right? End of June, there was riot in France where so many houses were burnt. So many cars were burnt. Those majority of the people that engaged in that are immigrants. Immigrants from North Africa and some from the belt, the French-speaking part of Africa. That at some point, these young ones over time have taken their anger of what these colonial masters have done to them, destroyed their land. Do you know a country in Africa? Let me pose this as a quiz. You see the wickedness of these people. Tell me a country in Africa that when they kicked France out from their country, and when they want to leave, France, France, France used cement to dump on the public water and sewage system that they built, destroyed everything that they built before they left. Isn't that wickedness? Yet they've forgotten how they've raped these people without any form of protection for so many years. Raped them, literally raping them. My only problem is that Nigerians and Burkina Faso, they are not necessarily being free because they are jumping away from France. They are going into Russia. Nnụnụ bepụ na bee na ọkpọkọ ikwube onwebe ebe o je. Chinua Achebe's he says, when a bird leaves the ground and perches in an ant hill, he must not say that he has left the soil because he's still standing on the soil. So leaving France to go to Russia, it can only be a matter of time. Have you asked yourself why America and Russia since 1950 has been fighting each other, but they've never fought in their countries? Yet, between Russia and America is 55 miles in between. Between Russia and America, 55 miles. But when they want to fight, they either fight in Iran, Iraq, Afghanistan, Cuba. They just leave their own country. Why? In this year and age, Africa, especially sub-Saharan Africa, West Africa, very, very very, very backward infrastructure. The little you have, you must be mumu. You want to go and destroy it. So you think everybody has monopoly. Don't you know that if you invade Niger, you might see one crazy pilot take off from Niger, go land at Asoro, where they do Senate meeting. Before they shoot them down. Go and Google kamikaze fighters, the Japanese. Pearl Harbor. When it got to a point that Japan saw they were losing the fight, the Japanese pilots turned their planes and became suicide bombers. A pilot will fly plane, you go to shoot them, all the defense mechanisms, you go to shoot them. You just go there, you where they shoot them, in where and drive, everybody must go down. Please, we must not drive our neighbors to go nuts. We must not drive our neighbors to go nuts. When you fight with somebody, don't just look at that person and say, this person small. Yes, I know Niger. I mean, with all due respect, we're not supposed, Niger, Niger is no match to Nigeria. But men do not taste the resolve of a people, especially if it is where you have the backing of the majority of your citizens. You say you have the moral right, but not where your citizens, if you want to take this, your citizens will go on the streets to protest it, just like the English did when Tony Blair was heading into Iraq. They were saying, no, it is this war is not justified because the informations are not correct. Eventually, years later, He's come back to apologize that they lied. But then I recall that on Oxford Street in England, then people were hitting the street every Saturday. People were protesting. You know now, or you go, they go walk Monday to Friday, finish their own because they go pay mortgage. They get car note and car loans to pay, so they must go to work on Saturdays. They come out and go and protest. So if we understand this, we must say no to being part of the destruction of the little infrastructure we have in the continent. As in Chinua Achebe's things fall apart, Okonkwo was tasked by the elders when they called him aside and say, "Do you see this young man, Ikemefuna? Do not bear hand in killing him." Sadly, when it came to a point, the same Okonkwo was part. So they must go to work on Saturday. Oh, sorry. The same Okonkwo was part of those that killed Ikemefu. So this is Maazi Ezeoke Saturday Hangout. You know, on our Hangout, we normally do our Hangout with something. So make sure you get something, red wine, white wine. If you are in this part of the world where we have palm wine, go grab your palm wine. If you do not have your palm wine, grab water, tea, coffee, anything drinkable. It's Saturday. I mean, tomorrow, I mean, you be pastor, now you go start church. If you can't go early church, you go 12 o'clock. Church, as long as na God they pray. But please, your tithe must be paid here, not in the church. Pay your tithe here. We'll put it for a better use. May your hands, may you never fall from the pantry, the tapper. I'm praying for the tapper. Oh dear. Onyenimo, thank you very much. Thank you very much once more. Kayode, you can't fight anti-colonialism against West and align with Russia. You know, the issue is that we don't even know this. Yeah? Many of us, Kayode, I think I agree with you. The issue is that I think the problem I find here, Kayode, is Africa is so disjointed that I wish, you know, when you listen to Julius Malema of South Africa and the way, you know, I so much love his ideology of Africa, one Africa, seeing ourselves as one. Why we may still remain in that place where we move from the West, we go, you know, we'll go Russia, we'll go this, is because we haven't really become born again in Pan-Africanism, where we would trade more with ourselves. Imagine where almost, you know, do you know how many, you know, millions we are? A bit billions. Where we trade amongst ourselves. But sometimes it's even cheaper, it's even easier for you to import something from China as opposed to importing something from a neighboring country. The trouble you will go through. Have you tried getting anything into Rwanda? They will screen your brocos, myself. So it's the bureaucratic bottleneck that we impose on ourselves as Africans is actually what most times, you know, does a lot of harm to us. The bureaucratic bottleneck that we do to ourselves is what really, really hurts us. But you know, I have told us, we've reviewed why I think it is very unreasonable for us to think of going to war with Niger, not only that they are our neighbor, our younger brothers, and that we should allow them make their own decisions. But again, even the decision that has been made by just few individuals is as a result of certain failures, and these failures were glaring. These are systematic failures. There was this opposition leader in Gambia who actually questioned ECOWAS in one of those videos, where he was saying, "What are you guys doing? You are condemning the coup. Are you not condemning the things?" I can't remember which of the African country now. The guy is wanting to go for a third tenure. I say, wait in the warrior now. They born presidency. Eh? What is it with us? So you have done your tenure constitutionally. You are now changing the tenure. When young boys will now say enough of this rubbish and do coup now, you those old people that are supposed to be in old people's home, they won't see when they are changing the constitution, but they will see it when they will just yank them off. They are even lucky that the coup of the 20th centuries are no longer bloody. Yeah, I think, yeah, God bless you, Leonard Emeka, is Cote d'Ivoire. They're even lucky that this coup, if it was in the 90s, 80s, when they do coup, they clear everybody. They clear everybody. During IB-based regime. Not only coup, you go arrange self, una go enter Hercules aeroplane. Una go military training. When plane one land, everybody, both pilot, brake no go work, steering no go work. Alpha, Bravo, Tango, everything, nothing go work. Everything go tango nice. The plane go drop like the one we drop on Ikeja on Wednesday. That's it. Then the next thing is say we want to probe. Now military probe now. Now so we go the probe up and down. Nobody go read the report of the probe. The rest will be history. And that is Nigeria for you. But now, these children, these younger ones, they would go and arrest them, put them into presidential, even give them phone, because even the president was given phone. He was making call because I think one of the top officials were saying they spoke to him. He's well, blah blah blah, because they called him. Ola, you guys, they're mad. Ola said they forgot that so many of our military guys are from Niger. But sorry, Ola, this one cracked me up. So what did that one come in? So if they send them go fight, they not go. Oh, not true. You know, during the presidential election, Buhari he begin give them money. Part of the campaign was to campaign also in Niger Republic. You know, Niger is the 38th state of Nigeria now. So, how can you? Niger, we can easily annex to Niger. Niger is almost part of Nigeria, so there is no need to begin go do trouble with your neighbor. So what do you guys think? Let's take your comments. So if you want to, I think Papa Binonyedot has shared the links to join. In case if you want to join, if you have a different view or if you want to agree with me, you can click on that link and come in. Let's try that YouTube on joining possibility. Keep up the good work. Thank you very much, everyone. Ola say trouble dey sleep. Nyaka go wake up. Wetin he dey find na palava. Oh, that reminds me of Fela. Chalo, the problem is I can see that the current government seems act, then think. Also, Obsi, keinen Kopf. Genau so denke ich auch. Oder ich glaube, die haben Kopf, aber meine Meinung, da gibt's nichts drin. Ne? Da gibt's gar nichts drin. Ne? Es ist leer. Leer. Oh, I'm catching fun. So thank you, everyone. Probably Nido, thank you for sharing the link. In case if anybody wants to join us. So is there any other thing you want to talk about? Let's talk about it. Okay, what is it you want us to talk about? Okay, someone said, when are they going to announce the results? That is the final result. To be honest, I don't know when the court would make the final pronouncement, but they are writing this judgment now. I don't know. Some of you can confirm? I heard this evening that the former Minister of Works and former Governor of Lagos State, that his house in Abuja was this evening invaded by the police. Sorry, the soldier. That soldiers were barricading his house. I do not know how authentic that is. I have not individually, um, I have not confirmed that personally. So, but I'm just putting it out there. If anyone has any information on that, is it true that military? But I don't know. When I read military, I'm like, what has military got to do with barricading Fashola's house? I mean, shouldn't we have DSS, police, mobile police, or whatever? Why must it be, I don't know. Kayode say, you speak German also. Kayode, genau, ich spreche auch Deutsch. Ich hatte in Deutschland studiert, als auch in den Netherlands, ne? Meine Abschlussarbeit wurde auf Deutsch geschrieben. Hatte an der Uni Bremen studiert. Und ja, ich kann Deutsch wirklich. Und ich meine, die Sprache gefällt mir sehr. Das ist, ehrlich gesagt, das ist fast sage ich so, das ist meine zweite Muttersprache. Ne? Das habe ich gelernt und das gefällt mir auch so. So, so enough, Kayode, thank you very much. So for many of you who haven't subscribed to this platform now, waiting I do now. Now, see as we dey have fun. Only 28 of you just like this stream. You know good now. Just like, if you like them, be say they take money from you, like people like Onyenimo that have just and Kayode that have been supporting us now. I had 29. Okay, make we dey increase them 30. LOP 30, LOP 33, LOP 30. Oh, you reach 33, we enter menopause. Okay, 34. Okay. Onyenimo says, I'm fearful Niger may invade Nigerian military. This is what we call see finish. Guys. Have faith in Nigerian army. Nigerian army is one of the best in the sub-region. I know they do a lot of rubbish, when it comes to civilians. But when it comes to real basketballs, Nigerian army, when some of you earlier today on Twitter, someone asked me, why would I say that Nigerian army are good? Why couldn't they kill Boko Haram? People, it's not that easy. Boko Haram are Nigerians. Boko Haram, all these people, be it herdsmen, be it those in the bush, anywhere, these are Nigerians. The approach when you are fighting somebody that is of the same nationality with you, in as much as they're engaging in crime. But, they be like, make we just go wipe them out. You understand? So there is that still some soft element, what would they beat them? You are hoping that they kind of agree to come to the negotiating table and surrender. So you don't just go. Why is it that Nigeria hasn't really gone to Zambisa forest and just nuke everywhere and remove everything? No, because there are still other habitants there. You can't just go. So, and do that, without sounding as if I'm a government spokesperson, but guys, Nigeria military is not the way many of you think. We can make jokes, right? You can make jokes about them and some of the things, but these guys they are real badass. Honestly, they are real badass. So anymore, Gandola has hit the lottery, man. That guy, Gandola. Did you guys notice that there was no way? Nobody knew. The other time they asked the other guy to step down. Afterwards, nobody knew what was happening. Out of nowhere, bam! Gandola announced as Christophe Emmanuel. Thank you very much. Keep up the good work, man. I like this type of super chat. Oh, man, this one there, this one VIP. Oh, this one good. Man, this one good. Thank you very much, man. Thank you, brother. Thank you for your support. So, like I was saying, you see how this guy did it without nothing, nobody, no prior information, nobody. Honestly, I was. Do you know? I was initially hoping. I was initially thinking that Gandola, the dollar smiling man, where the moment you see dollar, I go do like this. Hmm? The guy where they collect dollar from contractors, you go award them contract. His own kickback, you bring it to him in dollars. And he doesn't come with bullion van because he's wearing a bullion van. His agbada is bullion van. Funny enough, when they give him, you go do like this. You go do like this. You go push the bullion van, the agbada. You go take him. Say, now, they go tell him how much. You go bring back like this. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I say, wow, that must be a specialized tailor that made that cloth for him. Because when you watch the video, the way he used to, part that thing, but suddenly the guy is now APC party chairman. Now you understand that APC is officially confirmed association of past criminals. All of them. Now they are criminals from. I mean, who? Just tell me who that is not. In fact, it's not only past, now present and past self. Now past and present, man. Anyway, they say politics is not for the clean, but this one, the dirty go kill fish self for River Niger. Wallahi. And when you look at it, look at even the names in the ministerial this thing that the guy is submitting. Man, Association of Current Criminals. No, that one could be ACC now. No, APC is the Association of Past Criminals. We also have Kayamo Part 2 coming. No, Kayamo, they will make him the minister of Twitter. That one, I mean, that is. But Femi Fani Kayode, that one, he will be having a very, very short fuse. That one will be very, very angry because all these things they do. Ganduje removed Mariam name, that lady Betty, right? Removed, I think Ganduje was behind it because there was a video that was trending where Ganduje was dancing with the wife, where when Tinubu agreed, all political criminals, APC. But I not go kill me. Okay, so let's do something. I keep coming. What name would you give APC with the current status now? This one says, "Oh, my name for APC now, Association of Past Criminals." Abi APC. Papa Obi Noyedot says it's all political criminals. APC simple basket of the rebels. Emmanuel Zonago, una no go wound me for here tonight, I beg. So you see, Kayamo is there. Kayamo eventually got in, but assortment of political. When you need my bed, go to bed. Go to bed. Go and verify. Madam is calling you into Azarum Onyanimo. You can't be here causing too much violence. It says assortment of prolific crime. Oh, dear, sorry. So, if you look that Kayamo is there, the number of ministers, highest was 42 by Buhari. And 42, there was a reason, right? Why there was 42. You have 36. After 36, you now had another 6, which is 36 states, 1 per geographical region. That is northwest, northeast, north central, southwest, southeast, southeast, southwest, right? 111 extra. But suddenly, Tinubu comes in and now has 49. What do you think is the plan here? Nigeria, dollar is gone south. Our earning plunged. Nigeria recession, or rather, what's it called? Inflation over 22%, right? What we should be doing now, what serious countries do at this point in time, is to implement serious cost cutting measures. I recall in England, during the time of David Cameron as Prime Minister, he introduced, as a conservative PM, he introduced a lot of cost-cutting measures. Part of the cost-cutting measures for the first time then was none of those that he appointed members of his cabinet, had an official car. They had to drive their own car. They had to drive their own car, then claim mileage. Oga, you know what it means to claim mileage? Say you are a senator in Abuja. For those of you who don't know, you're a senator in Abuja. You use your own car, buy fuel. You are representing Obomosho. You use your own car, drive from Abuja to Obomosho, come back. You use Google, calculate, say, I drive 220 kilometers to Obomosho and back. Nigeria will now say, okay, each mile or each kilometer you do will pay you 50 naira. So we'll now do 50 naira times 250 times 2, going and coming. You will now go into the system and say, okay, I didn't only go to Obomosho. I went to inspect a project at Ijesha Market. And on my way coming, I branched to Kogi to go and see the former governor, the young Akbo Obi man, because his daughter was, because that one, if you put daughter, they get married, that one, they won't pay you because that one is not official duty. You say, okay, there was a Senate ad hoc meeting in Lokoja, so I branched Lokoja. By the time you do all your mango, you say, okay, I drove 750 kilometers in your own car with your own fuel. Then the government will now reimburse you that money. Total. Times it, 750 kilometers you've done total by 50 naira. Somebody do the maths. That's how much you get. You will be reimbursed. Nobody's going to give you official car. That is what is called mileage. Now, you are in a crisis, financial crisis, where you need and you use over 90% of your revenue to service your debt that you have borrowed and shared. You've removed subsidy. You've told Nigerians that you have saved 1 billion from the subsidy that you removed. And Ajero, the Labour chairman, the next day after meeting, the Senate called him in and told him, I have the video, that is a lie, that no 1 trillion was saved. That it is a lie, we have saved no money. Premium Times recorded the video. And when I saw that video, I'm like, why do these guys think that Nigerians are basically idiots? A president came on a national TV, addressed Nigerians when Labour Congress said they would go on strike, saying that they have saved 1 trillion from the oil subsidy. Only for the labor to come for a negotiation and they've been told, please ignore what the president said is a lie. No money was saved. How do you reconcile that? Knowing that you're in financial difficulties, you're now getting 49 ministers. People, you know what it means. 49 ministers will mean 49 vehicles times 3. They will buy them Lexus 460, brand new. That is about 76 million. One. They will buy them Hilux, 2 each. Each of those Hilux is about 53 million. So tell me what is happening here, people. I have a guess. I have a guess that Bola Ahmed Tinubu, looking at those he has appointed ministers, 9 former governors. What that tells me, people, the guy is already preparing for a rerun of this election. That is the only plausible reason that I can, guess. The guy is already planning for a rerun election. What you have is 49 campaign managers. That's what I see. But even at that, if you go to the Facebook page of our brother, Joe Ibokwe, he is now beginning to cry. He says that Bola Tinubu should have worked to zone the party chairman to the Southeast, that the Southeast is not giving anything. I say, who cares? If they want, let them stick whatever to their orifice. Let them not give us. Who cares? I did me before I okay. Meaning we were already pregnant before we started mating. I have no Niger. No Niger politics. So join me now. I beg put on your why they show me your ceiling. This your American ceiling will be like I beg put on your why they show me your ceiling. This your American ceiling. How you doing? You this one with the wear cap like somebody will finish this smoke colors.
My mama said I wish they know which. How do you say no?
They show for your lips now. See as my I know they smoke now. See as my lips pink. Your own can't be like how you doing, my brother? Man, now America you there, so why your internet they hang like this? Now America you there.
I wanted to come.
Your internet they hang.
I might be. If you look through the window, if you just see me as your neighbor.
No. In fact, if you there outside the America now, people are saying at Jamaica you there, so.
Why do you say that?
Anyway, go ahead. How you doing, my brother?
Great.
So what's up?
So I should be asking you. I see you now. You are, admiring our new president. How well he's doing.
But you see, as the president to disappoint you and your presidential candidate, we go do long throat, Fulham go France. They knock him Akmako self. They know even Wike better. See as they give Wike something, they no give him.
No, but what are you expecting? Are you expecting to accept to be a senatorial position, or what are you expecting?
No, now what do you think? He shot himself in the foot now. When
no, it's been all that before now. It's been there. Don't expect him.
Because if they don't give him, see as Wike talk before. Wike talk say if they give him, you no go take. Aerofite talk say if they give him, you no go take. Say you don't owe. But when they give him,
one of his lieutenants to go, not him necessarily. That's what I
No,
expect.
no. Listen, it appears you don't know the details of the meeting they had in France.
Let me in.
Yeah?
Let me in. Let me in.
The meeting they had in France now was, as usual, now waiting, because that's why he wrong go. Support us, make we form government, we will give you this thing now. But last, they do anyhow. Because that's in
Well,
bad faith.
well. Anyway,
I know he will be regretting now. I know, like I told you, I know he will be regretting not deputizing Obi. That is Kwankwaso.
No, but come on now, Maazi. Even you said you know deep down. You even say you know that is not going to happen. You know, forget about
Let
the
me tell you.
anti and all that.
Let me tell you. Let me tell you. I will say this online. I've been places where in the shake head like this. Kai mutani Nigerian. If I know. Mm. What's happen now? Why you're this in the
I wish all obedience can see things from the way you are saying it. I mean, it would have been, would have been close to achieving our dream with the Nigerian masses, if only they can see things, the way you are saying. Because as far as I'm concerned, I'm one of those that accusing of B at this point is becoming a distraction. Earlier on you were saying that Bola Tinubu is having 48 ministers, while his former boss had 42. I mean, that's to me, that's a man who understands the language of the streets, but most importantly, he understands even the elite cycle, the governing elite. The space is growing, so there's a need for you to expand and accommodate everybody, right? But where nobody is seeing that
no.
because
No.
because
Listen.
people are still in court.
No. Let me tell you, let me be frank, let me tell you this. If you want to look at what he has done, what he is doing from the Machiavellian angle, there is no politician, no, not Peter Obi, not Atiku, that will take the crass approaches he's taking. His own is taking it, he doesn't care even if, like he said in one of the campaign, he will do this, or if you like, or protest, I don't care. His approach is, you see this rerun that will happen, I know I rigged the first one, but now I will have enough lieutenants that the change of result will no longer happen at the collation center. It must
Oh,
happen at the polling unit.
there's
So
going to
he's
be a rerun.
eh?
There's going to be a rerun.
Don't worry now. Now you think he's
No, just
so you think he's
hinting.
appointing all these people because but what I'm saying now, you see, this is from the that's from the Machiavellian angle. If you read the Prince, that is it. That is what actually is what is implemented. However, what the Nigerians, because we need to move away from the elite, from his Machiavellian thinking into the what does Nigerian need now to survive this critical time? What we need is not what he's offering right now. He's offering something that will suit him and his ambition, not working for the people.
See, of course. What are you expecting? I don't understand. What are you expecting? This is
I mean,
the system of government. This is you clearly stated. Now we.
sorry, go ahead. I didn't hear you. I didn't hear you now.
Him and his people don't think like that. It's about us and them. So how do you actually even avoid a society going to chaos is when you largely satisfy the few, which is the ruling class, because they are the one that has what it takes to actually destabilize the system. We don't have it.
The masses don't have.
We
The
don't have
masses
it.
don't, my dear. You see, ignore the masses, ignore the Nigerian masses at your own peril.
No, I'm not. No,
Mm.
hold on. You should ask me why I say they don't have it.
Okay.
Right? We don't have it. But first of all, let's understand what Tinubu is doing first, right? He understands that if you continue what the last 8 years, from where the last 8 years start, if you continue in terms of how many people you observe into the system, how many people you actually create opportunity among the elite, then he's going to have trouble. Hence, 48 ministries. He's stretching it as far as he can to absorb any potential,
Listen, when Buhari,
grudges out there. Hold on.
hold on. Let me help you here before you continue. When Goodluck Ebere Jonathan, I wouldn't say lost the election because he didn't lose, but he yielded before the result was announced. When Goodluck Ebere Jonathan handed over to Muhammadu Buhari, one of the nonsense, the APC, today we can comfortably call them nonsense because that's what it has become. One of the nonsense that the APC has been saying over time between 2013 and 2015 was that there were so many ministries, there need to merge ministries, there need to make the government run lean, blah, blah, blah. But when they took over, it became apparently clear that they weren't any better. And from what Tinubu is doing, Tinubu is not going to have Minister of State because obviously it's been proven that that is actually unconstitutional. It means that we will move and we will now have 49 or 48 ministries for the ministers to administer. I know, and I see your point that he's doing this for the elite. But in your conscience, is this what we need at this critical point, understanding where Nigeria is at the moment? Are you there?
What we need. That's why I say it's me and you that will be thinking that. And when I say we don't have what it takes to actually go toe-to-toe with the right now, I also know what I'm talking about. One, financially, we don't have it. It's obvious. We see it. The idea is that, oh, money no count. Now everybody gets it. Right? If you don't have it, have access. Have people who have it believe in you that, yes, you can do it. Right? Two, we are not organized.
So, but why are you not lending? Hold on. Why are you not lending your voice? Because it appears you always want to dance to the status quo. Why are you not lending your voice, no matter how tiny your voice, your vocal cord might be, that to say that these things that is happening is not right? We are in a, Nigeria is heading to the abyss. Nigeria is heading, the engine is about to be knocked. NEPA don't take light where you do.
No. Comment, sorry. I called it comment. Saturday, man. Saturday.
So where did it happen?
Now I call it comment. And on Saturday now.
I say now where did it happen now? Where did it happen? Make we
Can you
conjure.
hear me? Can you hear me now?
I hear you.
Okay. Sorry. What were you saying before I lost my thought?
Sorry, what did you say? I hear you now.
We were saying I made it talk. Now you did talk now before the call comes in. I made it talk.
No, now you did talk now. Go ahead.
What was I saying? Yeah, that's my thoughts.
Oh dear.
Oh,
I
sorry, I
said,
know where you're. So, you are accusing me of not, you know, backing or pushing what I'm saying now with my platform, Abi.
mhm.
And I think that's where you actually get it wrong. That means they actually pay attention to what I'm saying. But most importantly, we should understand that we we when I mean we now, then I'm focusing on we that are on the online, we the YouTubers who are focused on Nigeria in politics or what have you around. We are very few. We no reach. We are not even serving 0.5% of the population yet, right? So we need more. And
Okay. Ovie was saying that because I asked him why is he not lending his voice. In his view, lending his voice will not amount to anything because we are not that many. The challenge with such narrative, let me bring him back and I will address him. Ovie, I'm here. Okay. So, okay,
yeah,
go ahead.
so I said if all of us they told the same line, the chances that the people that are consuming our content will get bored easily is high, right? So I choose to focus on analyzing the reality, not what should have. I know that's what you are trying to say. Is it what should be happening? No, right? So you concentrate on educating people where we should be going, right? I understand that. I am telling people this is where we are now. That this thing is real. What these people are doing, it is real. This is live. This one, and they are not. They are not super. They are one of us. They are brothers and sisters. They know. They know how we think, how we eat. They went to the same school, the same churches, the same. We should not be seeing them as if, oh, what they are doing is extraordinary, right? Now, just access an opportunity and bravery, if you want to put, include that one into it. So that's where I'm focusing on. Say, come on, these guys when we they see so now deal that they make, right? I think we should
But
also understand that
but
even in
no. Let
how
me
come? Hold on, listen. How come somebody, the politician in Inewi, right? Within couple of days or hour meeting their counterparts in the Boa local government in Boronu, but they don't make it, they don't speak to the same direction. How come we cannot do that? How come today, if I mess up, if I fuck up, they say, oh, I don't go do something crazy. I did just something, socially messed up. Everybody will boycott my platform. People will want to castrate me physically within ourselves, within our own community, right? How come we can't do that to them? Why is it so hard for us to boycott these people who are literally the source of our pain and agony? Why can't we just give them that treatment if the law will not take its course? You understand? So that's the angle I'm coming from. That in a way, I mean, I understand that with the system that we are practicing is still very new, right? 25 years. It will still take more time, more education to do before the people will actually catch up. We need more consciousness.
Okay. What you have said, you're correct in your analogy, but you forgot a very critical point here and you missed the question that I asked you. I asked you, why then, knowing all these things, why then are you not using your platform, your tiny voice to say, we understand they look after themselves, but we are frowning at this. You made a point here that I want to correct. You said, oh, we are very tiny. that you can't even correct it. How many are we? I say, now, let me educate you on the following.
No, I say you can't correct. I say if all of us are going towards the same direction with a few of us, I mean, we're that few now compared to the 3 million
No,
people.
hold on now, hold on. You heard of the obedient movement, right?
Yes.
You know how it started. You may not know.
No, not it. I don't. Well, I don't know.
We
I don't
were
know.
very few. People thought we were mad.
Mm-hmm.
People thought we were mad. I know senators in my region, Southeast, that I asked then last year. This is what was happening. Leave this useless party that you are in because it is a payback time. Because it is an aberration that the people will serve you for 24 years. It is time, for them to get their fair share. You do whatever you do. And they laughed. Some of them, I met them at the Transcorp, couple of, I think in May. One of them called me, said, Maazi, Nawa, if I knew that thing you were telling me that time, I didn't know, I didn't believe it, I didn't know what you guys were planning. I said, listen, maybe you didn't see the anger on the people. There is nothing like when the people are determined to do something. And what the people were able to do within a space of April 2022 to February 2023, it's phenomenal. And it only happened, hold on now, it only happened because there are very few individuals who saw where things were headed and put in everything. Those voices, you may see them, they are tiny. But the things that was happening at the background that no other person was seeing, but them doing that based on those convictions was legendary. Now, on that note, I'll ask you and I'll tell you. Recall during the election, I told you what my perception of Kwankwaso and the limitations he will have. I yielded Kanu to him. I said, Kanu, it will be mad for anybody, whether Peter, Atiku, APC, to even go and think you can grab anything there. That's leave it to him. And he played out, perfectly. In no way argument. Oh, by the way, I'm still expecting you to pay me my $1,000 because you lost my bet. Your bet is say we no fit. You say we no fit win 2 states. I say okay, we'll show you how many states we go win, but eventually the rest is history, right?
See, okay, before the first point you made, right,
Hmm.
about the obedience and all that, I think, will I say it's too early for you to actually summon the obedient movement like that. Not to take anything away from what they have achieved within this short period of time, right? But to me, from my own point of view, success,
Coming from
immediate
nowhere, hold
success.
on, no. Coming from nowhere, hold on, my brother, hold on. Coming from nowhere, coming from zero, won an election that even now as he speak, Tinubu will still say, disqualify Peter, let me and Atiku run.
No,
Hold on, no.
see, hold on.
Why is he afraid of the same people? You see, the issue is that when you sit down with these people, maybe because we are maybe because we are live now, you don't want to say the truth. When we sit down with people, I know some, I don't want to mention them, but one person that many Nigerians like the individual. He speaks on TV all the time. I see him, I sit down with him at the Transcorp. He's telling me, man, now wow, you guys flog us. Oh. You guys flog us. You guys nearly remove. I went to one of the states. Hold on. I went to one of the APC states. I went to one of the APC states in the Southeast. You know, one thing one of the commissioners told me, say, now, wow, why are you guys wicked? You made me lose my own polling booth, my local government, my everything. I am. So don't worry.
See, wait now. Look, as I said, before you called me, I am not underestimating what the obedience has achieved in short period. Am I surprised? No, because Nigeria, that's who we are, and that's our downfall too. Now the die minute with the say I'm a sportsman, so now the die minute we feel also Olympic next year. if you award Olympic for Nigeria to host, we put it together next year, right? Now, that's why when I thought the leaders are part of us, they understand us. Now, the question now is about how long can you stretch this? That's where the success comes for me. Not necessarily where they fail at the polls or at the tribunal. No, but what becomes of the movement after now? Because listen now, because the job, now, what you guys did is okay to say, yes, so we don't come. But in order for you to
Oga,
understand,
acknowledge
hold
first,
on now.
please. Let me tell you. Let me tell you.
See,
In April, listen,
no,
listen,
because the goal, don't
listen,
forget, the
listen,
goal is the
listen,
presidency. The
listen,
goal
girl,
is the
listen,
presidency.
listen. April 25th, a day after my birthday, at the ICC, Abuja, when they had the convergence of all the Igbo politicians, and they said they wanted to bring somebody out. I know conversations I had there. And someone actually, one of the contestants, looked at me when I was saying some of this and said, you guys should sit quiet. I mean, you guys have never run an election in Nigeria. You think, let me tell you, before May, all this nonsense will stop. I say, hey, okay, you
See,
don't understand.
let's not, Maazi,
No, it's no. Why I'm telling
let's,
you this?
hold on.
Why I'm telling you this is in line with what you're saying. You're saying, oh, how many? Give them time; it will fade away. It's because
No. That's not what I'm saying. I'm not saying it's a fade away. I'm saying that what happened then, that is when I'm not saying, yes, it's a success or
for
it's
you,
not a
self,
success.
nothing go make a success
No,
as long
no,
as
no, no, no,
you're.
no, no. You
If you are
understand?
not acknowledging, listen.
It is,
If you are not acknowledging the one where they don't do, flog Tinubu that Tinubu they will for Pampas. You know, rich,
no, it is not about me
dip
acknowledging the
everybody.
result show for, no. The result shows, that I acknowledge that, the result shows, right? So it's not about me acknowledging or no. I have nothing to do. The result shows that, yeah, they're performing remarkably well. I understand that, but let's not. Earlier on, you were saying that Tinubu is already preparing for 2027 based on the cabinet,
No.
right? That you are
I
looking,
didn't
you
say
no,
2027.
it
I
was,
said
it,
Tinubu is preparing for rerun this year or
this,
latest early next year.
okay. So
That is
now,
a given. Is a given. Let me tell you, at some point, Akpabio will become an interim president. Go and mark it down. Tinubu is what he has
you
done.
see,
He has appointed 48, 49 ministers to be 49 campaign managers. He's already prepping for another election.
Mazi, come on now.
Ovie,
Come on
Ovie,
now. Come on now, Mazi.
Ovie,
Come
you
on
owe me
now.
$1,000 on Rudolph show. We made this bet, and I'm betting you again
That
1,000. Listen. I'm betting you again on my platform $1,000. If Tinubu is not going to use these men to run as his campaign managers in their various areas, $1,000.
when for 2027 or
2023 stroke 2024. Who they talk of 2027? We never finish the election. They talk of this one.
come on now, Mazi, Abba. You know, I mean,
Okay, I will leave it.
okay.
Let's not drag it further then. Let's leave it at that.
Yes, let's not let's
If
on
you're
a more serious
Ovie,
note, right?
Ovie, if you want to know what I think your presidential candidate has an idea of what I'm saying, call Kwankwaso. Ask Kwankwaso. He will tell you maybe that he will going to convince you. If you are still in contact with him,
Um,
call Kwankwaso, ask him what is the lie. Some people anyway,
no,
let's
it's an
not
unfolding event. It's an unfolding event.
okay. Unfolding event. Ovie, come to Nigeria, make we go court, make you understand one or two things. Blast say the burger wey una dey eat for
No,
America don the
hold on. We'll see now. Time will tell.
the
Time will
burger wey
prove
una dey
right
eat
or wrong.
Ovie.
Mazi,
Are we betting $1,000 or not? I beg, I need money.
that Obi will do re-election.
No. That there will be a rerun. That Tinubu is appointing campaign managers in the name of ministers.
Yeah, okay. This is the run of 2023 election.
Yes.
Come on now, Mazi.
Oga, if you
I
believe
know.
in
I know
if you
deep down. You know.
If you
Okay, I hear
believe in
you.
what you're saying, let us bet now. Let us bet. That don't no be laughing matter. Let us bet. Hmm?
Okay. I don't go back down now. I just know that deep down,
So that means you they owe me
you
two
don't mean what
thousand
you're
dollars.
saying.
By the time we will go do rerun, you go owe me $2,000.
I don't understand how we take bet the first one where you just argue yourself 1,000 naira. The
I fit
bet that
go
starts
bring the
to
tape.
is
Oh,
winning.
where we say when you say na only two, where say Labour no go win 2 states.
No. We're talking about no. I think any bet where I enter now winning overall general
No,
election.
no. You say no go win
That
two
was it.
states. And me, I told you
No.
that now the
Come
only
back, come
one
on.
way una fit
I'm not
win
that.
na Kano.
No.
You see,
That's
I have
that was
evidence here. Chiwell
that was
say I
it.
was in that show. See, and people where did that show this they comment
All
section
right,
now.
let's bring out the clip, and if that's exactly what it is, yes, I'll pay your money.
Okay. Rudolph
Yes,
Okonkwo now, it is his let him go and bring out the show, I beg. Hmm?
yes.
Hmm.
So if that's not the case, if that is not the exact parameter we use, what happened?
Then I'll pay you now. But I know say na me enter bet, na me no. As I dey enter bet now. You they talk of 2027, and they talk of 2023 election. So two things.
Yes. Now the 2020
You see, I'm
election is
another
over.
person. Yemi Ade Adenakola Nola.
What do I don't expect them to back me. I expect them to back you. But as I said, thank God say that it's a recorded event, as you alluded to. So we'll reach out to the chief priest, Dr. Dameji.
Uh-huh.
I was there
Apakalo.
to you know.
I beg, please, all of you,
I know Awakalu in my hater, so I know him. So okay,
please, oh, all of you where they there, make una go look the clip. Help me bring them because send them to me on Twitter at Maazi Ezeoke, please send them to me. Make I if I chop Ovie, if Ovie pay me, you get 10%. I beg.
Maazi, on a more serious note, Nigeria is going. These people are they just they share out.
Oh, Nigeria is
Use
going.
them.
I thought Nigeria is working. That they are doing well.
No, I mean, in terms of putting themselves together, they are doing well. I mean, that's what I'm saying. We have to draw inspiration and example from some people. The only group of people who are achieving their dream in any given society are the politicians. And as I said earlier on, our politicians for Inewi and the meeting of the one from Katina, hours and days, they don't agree on where to go. But we can do it.
No, but no. But that is, in fairness to them, that is where money. You see, that is what
No,
money does.
they have a goal. They have a goal. The goal is to take power and retain power. That's the goal. What is our goal? That's what I'm saying. This court owner, this, as far as I'm concerned, is a distraction. By the time when I finish for court, this man everywhere, they don't portion everywhere. Right? That is why me and you know. That is why me and you know we support them in the first place.
So even if we no go court, they're not go portion them again, bro. You see,
No. This was a distraction now. We need
no,
full
you see that.
energy.
Listen. That
See,
that is the that is the
we
thing.
were divided. We were divided before the election, and we got the result that we are
Now
seeing
you
today.
and your boss divided it. Had your boss
Oh, yeah.
agreed,
You see, this is what the political class don't do. They waste time on the fourth war pass. What is ahead is the next, right? The idea is that the truth is that there was division across the country within us the masses. That is why we got the result we got.
no,
So
not the
when are we
masses,
going to
not
come
through your
together?
boss.
Your boss said take your own portion too now. But don't be share they share out. They split it. You
But your
understand?
boss
But
not even reach 1%.
so then why are you blaming him? Why are you blaming him?
I'm blaming him because now the utterances he made was what
He's a
actually flogged
politician.
him.
He is a politician. What do you expect? These are guys. Now they would not be. I mean, they still have like at least two elections within themselves now, so they understand that. they are going to fight in the nearest future. They know that. So whatever they were doing, all of them, now for the moment, they understand one thing, there's time for everything. When are we going to also follow that Bible doctrine? That there's time for everything. The time for fight election has come and gone. How do we make sure we say, okay, we were rigged out, we were bought out? Whatever it is that we have noticed that is responsible for what happened,
Okay, don't
that
worry
is
now.
what we should be
When we finish the election, we never finish. What we are in now is still part of the election until the final election comes. You see, we don't have a president yet. We had a president select before. Now we have an APC president. So
Well, when
until
I finish, but that time in the next couple of months, less than 24 months from now, they hit campaign don't start. Campaign don't start less than 24 months from now. Trump was saying that it was rigged out. It was
Obasanjo,
rigged out.
look. Buhari was there for 8 years. It took less than 10 months to build a force that Nigeria has never seen before. A force, formidable force.
Listen,
So
listen,
don't worry. Don't worry. We do them before, we'll do them again.
Mazi.
Mm.
If there's one thing I learned very early in my career was from my first coach, right? Coach Lati Obishenso. He said, you don't go to compete just because there's competition. You go to compete because you are ready. The truth is that your candidate, my candidate, these guys went to compete. Tinubu want to win. We might deny it, but that is the rule of the game. It's obvious. We deny that we want. Trump, they deny, up to today, he still denied the Rigama, but he's the first person to pick a phone for 2024. While he's still in court, they, now rig the Rigam out. This is a ploy. It's a game. It's a game. They rigged us out, they bought us out, whatever they did, it don't do harm. In order for it not to repeat itself again, we just have to forge ahead. We have to look forward because nothing what they actually do where they knew anyway. Nothing is new. What did they do the different than what they've been doing since 1999? What's the difference? It's just they more sophisticated or more in your
Anyway,
face.
thank you very much for joining us, and as usual, we'll stay and we'll wait it out. Thank you very much. So
appreciate it, Maazi.
yeah,
Thank you.
cheers, my brother.
All right.
Do well. Okay. So that was that was Ovia joining me from the US. Obviously, as you all know, in this world, everybody must not agree in one. We must not all agree in one. We mustn't have the same idea, and we mustn't have the same ideology. But the truth, certain truth is, no matter how you dice it, how you squeeze it, how you turn it, remains universal. Okay, and that's what the universal truth that men of honor, men who want to appreciate certain things, must come to realize is what the young Nigerians done out of anger over the years, that their country was not run right, that you had a bunch of thieves coming together to govern and only consider themselves, or only brought themselves together to loot, to do all manner of evil, in a place where you had a minister of petroleum for 8 years, yet no refinery was working and staff members were being paid. In a country where you had, for 8 years, a people that promised you that they were going to be building one new refinery every year for at least a period of 5 years, meaning 5 new refineries in 5 years. But at the end of the day, 0 was built. You now have a people that can go, how do I put that? started commissioning projects that are absolutely nothing. People will go commission second Niger bridge uncompleted, commission Dangote refinery uncompleted, commission this road uncompleted, commission hospital, children hospital in Edo uncompleted. They were just just like mad people, doing these things over and over and over and over again. Then the question remains: for how long should that go on? And the young Nigerians came together to say, enough of this nonsense. And they were able, against all odds, they were able to say, we say capital rejectamento, we reject this, and this must stop. And they did. Therefore, it behoves on all of us to acknowledge that, to say, guys, you've done a fantastic job. What other parties couldn't do in a space of how long have we had SDP, for instance? And the SDP is still here. How long have we had Labour Party? Labour Party has been here for how many years? But until the young Nigerians called the Obedient Movement made a move and joined an individual, the third force that Nigerians has been dreaming about became a reality, and they actually won the election to a point that even the APC and PDP. You see, the funny thing is, when you meet these individuals, when I meet them in Abuja and we talk, they are gunsmarked. They are like, hat out. How was it done? We don't know. We never took it serious, but was more than hurricane. Swept us. These are always their language. Swept us. A lot of, Blue Rail, Lagos, uncompleted commission. Jesus. Buhari's government should actually be called a government of commissioning of uncompleted projects, right? The man with PhD water system refuse. Some of you will not make heaven. No. How can you call, man, forget whether PhD is in water system or PhD pressology or PhD whatever. PhD in PhD, no day easy, I tell you. PhD, not PhD, no day. No matter topic, no matter which field, I beg. No be the one where they buy. Somebody tell you, say, he get PhD field. That's philosophy, I beg. Give him. I beg, give him. Respect that individual. So, Kwankwaso, for the fact that he has that PhD, as long as it's not done in one of the queer universities in Nigeria, he go sweat. I tell you this, just like whenever somebody leaves the four shores of Nigeria to study abroad, and you get to a point where when you finish writing your essays, you must upload your essays in what they call the Turnitin, that will do the checks of plagiarism. You will know that, okay, you don't go to school for Nigeria. It's only when you begin to do assignments here and in the schools that you've gone outside Nigeria, and you do citations, and in these citations you submit for Turnitin, and your plagiarism index is less than 15 or so, so you don't start. If not, these people in Nigeria, if they ever run plagiarism index, sometimes I know one time I came back to the village. I went to my boxes and I brought out one of the, I can't remember, I think Introduction to Mass Communication, is it? Sudan, I think. I brought out a handout. I was just looking at it. A handout about 64 pages with no reference. And I was wondering, where did this man serve? That time we didn't know. So where was the man getting all these, documents? Actually, wasn't referencing anything. But he showed it to us that time. We didn't know better. So you can imagine, how did we even write thesis where we didn't reference? First, honestly, I don't know. honestly. So what I'm saying is, in essence, is in as much as Kwankwaso messed up where I consider that he messed up, but I think also saying that his PhD is in water system is also not correct. It's not right because man, whatever PhD you do, to do am, not be here. At least I don't try. Hmm? To do am, not be here. Guys, thank you very much for being. I mean, this is indeed a late night. It's now to 1. So, do we have more questions? Let me take your questions before we go to Zaza room. And some of you who are working, I know those who are in night shift, you are enjoying it because we are keeping you busy. So, those of you who are in night shift, you want us to continue, you have to support us. Let's buy more fuel. Ah, man. You know my prediction. My problem is something I know they like predict again because my predictions always come through. So that's why I fear most times. But it's anchored on realism. Christopher, I know one make us sleep today. Christopher, thank you very much. Thank you very much for that super chat. See, in Abuja around February, I was with a friend. He imports from China. Dollar at that point was, I think, was it 6? I think he bought dollar 6.15 or 6.45. I can't remember. It was 6 something though, right? He told me that after the election, dollar will come down. I said, Oga, if you have naira, buy dollar now. He said, no, the politicians were buying dollar because there was no money. I said, Oga, anyone who wins this election is likely to float the naira and it will get over 800 naira. I say it's not possible. Well, they know it will. It's 400 and something. Now, how can it be? Now they float naira now. Bagam 850. Bing. He called me and said, Maazi, had I listened to you? And said, okay, if you get naira now, convert it, even at 815, convert it into naira. Exactly the way I said to us on this platform last year that pounds will get over 1,000. And now he's only doing press up. He's only doing press up. Pounds will get to 1,500. You know why? Simple. You are not producing anything. You have a bunch of thieves who do not want to buy made in Nigerian cars. They will take all these billions of dollars and move it away, go to Japan, go to Germany and buy a car. And the idiots. In Nigeria, you have NORD, N-O-R-D, producing cars, producing fantastic cars in the southwest. In Nigeria, you have Proforce, producing fantastic cars, producing fantastic APCs, armored personnel carriers. In the southwest, I believe Ogun. In the same Nigeria, you have in the southeast, IVM, producing vehicle. In Nigeria, we have another one, I think it's called Geely, being assembled in Nigeria. And Pojo in Kaduna. And we have all these cucumbers and carrots. Sorry, no apology. Want to go to Germany, want to go to Japan to buy cars. What stops you, even if we want to, our idiocy, what stops you from saying we want to be, give them specification of what they want to do? You create job locally. No, you won't want to do that. All of us want to drive Lexus. Let's just there. Want to drive. The problem is that I only admire innocent car. I can't afford them. If not, I will go and buy. Innocent Ikenga, the one that like Sienna. I asked them the other day, the salespeople, they gave me a quote for me to buy an Ikenga. Ikenga is 18.5 million. I don't see 18.5 million. If not, I for buy them. So, but how do we, if what's it called? Abia State Governor uses the what's it called? The IVM G wagon or whatever. Soludo governor of Anambra State, use it IVMG wagon, right? They don't die. Both of the cars are bulletproof cars. Those cars are no more than 35 million, right? If I'm correct. So what stops us instead of us to go and spend 65 million, or instead of us to go and spend 78 million in what's this word again? Lexus 560 or whatever? Why don't we slash the money into two? Buy from Nigerian made. Keep that money in Nigeria. No, they won't do it, because if they buy it from Nigeria, how are they going to steal? Now we know, we can ask. But we want to cover, because everybody, their throat is already out. They want to be partaker in the Holy Communion. They all want to steal it. I beg. I heard the other day that Abia State, this thing, that they would say they want to reject the IVM given to them. And I tweeted and I tagged the Abia State governor. I say, is it true? Because if it is true, tell us, let us know, begin to know when we begin to call for their recall, whether they demand. If they don't, I beg, if una make una give me the made in Nigeria, I beg, give me, I want drive. How can you just, no, man. Sometimes I know they even understand themselves. Country hard. When it now reach everybody to impute their own quota, everybody begin to do smell like people will get scoy for head, I mean. Man, everybody. Anyway, let's see. Thank you very much for joining me. It's been an engaging evening, honestly. An engaging evening this evening. For some of you who've joined and your comments and all the places you've been. Lexus, yeah, Chiwell. So now Lexus, they won't buy. Mad people. Won't buy Lexus. Go buy Nord, you know, go buy. Go buy IVM, you know, go buy. Go buy Proforce. Begin use armor tank. They work out, you know, buy. Go buy Peugeot. Kwano Peugeot, they do SUV. At least assembled in Nigeria. Worked the Nigerian hand touch them. You know, agree you. Go buy Jelly. Assembled in Nigeria. That one na China. But Jelly self, Jelly no easy. And they look for, you get one Jelly I saw the other day. 2018 Jelly. Very nice clean car. 12 million, man. 12 million, no equally dated. But at least you see Jelly, 40 million, 35 million, brand new. But we don't want them. We want Lexus. We want Prado. I beg Buhari should go and rest in Niger Republic with all his investment. Chiwela, some of you are very violent. On that note, I say thank you very much, and I thank you all of you who have helped Papuvi Nonya Dolls, an admin of the platform. Thank you very much for all your support. You've been awesome this evening. Thank you very much, Olubenga Ola. Olubenga, thank you. Victory all the way. Thank you. Awa Carlo, victory all the way. Chiwell, thank you. Christopher Emmanuel, thank you for the super chat and for all the support. Kimo, thank you, and for all your contributions. We do appreciate Joe Biden. My pronoun is Pujo. I don't know. Thank you all. Philadelphia, thank you for all you do. Onyenimo, you rock. You're a fantastic guy. Honestly, fantastic. Thank you guys so much for all the support. Yemi, thank you very much. Guys, on that note, I'll say, I'll see you some other time. Maybe tomorrow. We'll see how tomorrow evening will be. I hope we will not work out one tomorrow to see that we have invaded Niger. That would be very, very catastrophic. Even when the National Assembly has said we shouldn't do that. Again, if you have stayed with me this far, if you haven't, subscribe to this platform, please. I beg you now, please. please click the like button, hit the subscribe button, and just like it. Like. Thank you. Thank you all. Thank you all. Good night and au revoir. I learned a lot from you. Thank you. Invasion of Niger might cause. I don't know. Thank you guys. Thank you. Honestly. Thank you guys. Thank you. So it's time to go. I said thank you. Make una go now. I don't want to go again. Abi all of una dey work. If una dey work, make we dey share the money wey una go. If they pay you, they pay me now because me they keep you awake. Make you no go sleep. If you sleep now, your colleague wey wicked go come photograph you. Go send and go your manager now. They go come pursue you for work. But you know say the reason why they never pursue you because Maazi they keep you awake for midnight. Or maybe Madam they pursue you from the other room. You come the Palau there. Come they use earpiece. They listen to me now. So Maazi no make them pursue you from the other room. By the time where you go back to the other room now, Madam don't cool down. You know what I mean? Oh dear. I say good night, everybody. Oh dear. Let's call it a day. Okay. So good night. I love you all. Please subscribe, like, and share. Thank you. Good night. God bless. Bye for now.